Hey there people, it's Danny from Conscious Calisthenics. So a question people ask me time and time again is what liquids can they drink whilst in the intermittent fasted state that will not break them out of the fasted state so they can get the full benefit from it. So in this video I'm going to go into full detail of so many different liquids and explain to you if they are going to break your daily intermittent fast or not, because there's so many people that are doing daily intermittent fasting, and there's been various people that come to me and tell me that they're doing it, and then I ask what they're drinking whilst in the fasted state with doing daily intermittent fasting, and time again I see so many people say to me that they're drinking certain things that break them out of the fasted state, and then a lot of people wonder why they're not getting the full benefits from it, such as weight loss benefits. So this is something that you really want to be knowledgeable on, so you can make sure that you're getting whatever benefits that you want to from daily intermittent fasting, short term and long term. But before I go into detail of all the different liquids that I'm going to speak about, something that so many people say time and time again when you say about drinking anything but water, that it will break you out of the fasted state. And the reason why so many people say this is because Dr. Rhonda Patrick, who is someone that I have listened to a lot on Joe Rogan's show, has stated multiple times that if you consume anything that the liver has to metabolize, that is breaking you out of a fasted state. But she did state in an interview with Joe Rogan that this is just a theory of hers. She has no scientific research to back up these claims whatsoever. So that's something that I just wanted to make people aware of. And yes, when you think about it, a true fast, you do not consume anything but water. Some people do dry fasting, which you consume no liquids, including water, and no food whatsoever. But that is another topic for another video. So if you're someone that wants to make sure that you are getting the full benefits from daily intermittent fasting, then you may want to drink nothing but water, which is what I choose to do. So now I'm going to go on to all of the different liquids. So first off, water. Water is not going to break you out of the fasted state, whether that's spring water, bottled water, tap water. I do recommend avoiding tap water. It's the most toxic water ever. It's not good for you whatsoever. Distilled water, even reverse osmosis water, and my personal preference is distilled water because it is the purest water in the world with nothing toxic in it whatsoever. So drink as much water as you want, because as we know, if you drink a lot of water whilst in the intermittent fasting state, it is one of the best things to suppress your appetite and make it way easier to actually daily intermittent fast. Number 2, salt water. And what I have to say with this one is it's absolutely fine, but do not be using refined sea salt, because it's been stripped of all the beneficial nutrients that are within it, and it has toxic aluminium added to it, so obviously don't be putting that into your body. So make sure you're using some high quality unrefined sea salt, and make sure that it does state that it is unrefined sea salt, because a lot of sea salt is actually refined as well, and a lot of people are not aware of that. And the salt that I personally use and feel that it is the best from the research that I have looked into on this subject, Celtic sea salt or Redmond's salt, is some of the best salts that you can get. And if you can't get access to them, I put some links down below for UK, US and worldwide supplies in case you're interested in using that. And for a lot of people, it can be really good for them to add salt to their water and drink that throughout the fasted state, because it's giving your body an abundance of electrolytes, which for a lot of people makes it easier for them to do daily intermittent fasting. And some people, when they're in that daily intermittent fast state, they could not feel so good, and this could actually get rid of any symptoms that are coming up within someone whilst they're daily intermittent fasting. Number 3, coffee. Black coffee is absolutely fine. Do not add any sugar to it. That will induce an insulin response within you and break you out of the fasted state. Do not be adding grass-fed butter or coconut oil whatsoever. That's fine if you're just doing a ketogenic diet and you want to stay in ketosis, but that is going to stop you getting the full benefits of daily intermittent fasting, such as autophagy. So that's just something to be aware of, and you can add some form of sweetener to it. I do not recommend adding a sulfame, or aspartame to it. These are neurotoxic sweeteners, but xylitol and stevia are some of the best options. And if you don't have access to them, there'll be links down below for UK, US and worldwide suppliers as well. And something that I actually want to add to that is Dr. Eric Berg says if you drink a lot of coffee, it will induce an insulin response within you. So I did loads of research into this quite some time ago, and I couldn't find any scientific research to back up his claims whatsoever. So that is something that I think is very important for me to share with you. Number 4 is tea. So you have your standard tea, fruit tea, and herbal tea. Herbal tea is fine. Fruit tea is not. It will induce an insulin response in you, and standard tea is fine as well, as long as you're following all the other things that I mentioned with coffee, not consuming butter added to it or coconut oil and various other things. And certain teas can even give you greater benefits from daily intermittent fasting, such as matcha green tea, which gives you greater energy levels throughout the day. It aids in weight loss, even can induce a greater response of autophagy within your body, and a whole host of other benefits as well. So what I'd recommend is doing some research into the teas that you may be interested in consuming, and look at some that is going to give you even greater benefits for the type of benefits that you want with daily intermittent fasting, so you can get even quicker results. Number 5, bone broth. And if you look into bone broth, it is a significant source of protein, and certain amino acids will induce an insulin response within you. So I do not recommend consuming bone broth whatsoever. If you're going to do a bone broth fast, then that's absolutely fine to flood your body with an abundance of the nutrients that are within this. But if you want to be doing a true fast and get the greatest benefits from daily intermittent fasting, I would not recommend consuming this whatsoever. Number 6, milk. And I'm going to put plant-based milk under this, and dairy milk, and whether it's goat milk or cow's milk or even some raw type of milk. And I would say no, because it is a significant source of calories, and again, this is going to induce an insulin response within you, so then it's going to break you out of the fasted state. It's as simple as that. Number 7, which something I consume on an everyday basis because it's full of so many electrolytes. It's one of the best natural sports performance and sports recovery drinks out there, and that is coconut water. But I only drink it when it is within my eating window, because it is a significant source of carbohydrates. So again, it's going to raise your insulin and break you out of the fasted state. But I would recommend this to you, if you're drawn to this, to actually break your daily intermittent fast, because it wakes up the digestion very gently, and it's giving your body an abundance of micronutrients that just help optimize your health and your energy levels, your hormone production and mood holistically. Number 8, which this isn't something that people ask me about on a regular basis, whether they drink it or not in the daily intermittent fasted state, and whether it break them out of the fast or not: alcohol. And no, as I know that you're aware, so it's very obvious to me and other people, it's a significant source of calories, and to be honest, it's not something that is really helping improve your health at all. So most people that are wanting to do daily intermittent fasting really do care about their health, so for most people they're not going to be drawn to alcohol anyway. Number 9 is freshly squeezed lemon or lime juice into water, which people ask me about this one time and time again. And from the research that I've done online, people say you can have anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons maximum within a day, and it will not break it out of the fasted state. But for me personally, just to be on the safe side, I would only consume around 2 teaspoons a day if I was going to consume any of these freshly squeezed fruits into water. And it can actually help give you greater weight loss benefits and suppression of appetite whilst in the fasted state, and a whole host of other benefits as well. So if you feel naturally drawn to consume this, then I'd highly recommend it to you. And if you're someone that hasn't got great digestion, it can really help flush out the digestive system when you consume it upon awakening in the morning. And number 10, which I've talked about a lot on this channel, is apple cider vinegar. And yes, this one is completely fine to consume whilst in the intermittent fasting state, and it has been shown to actually lower insulin even more, and that is one of the effects that intermittent fasting does. It works alongside intermittent fasting to give a greater benefit with lowering insulin, which insulin is a fat storage hormone, so it helps give you even greater weight loss benefits. And it's one of the best appetite suppressants that I've ever discovered that people can actually consume whilst in the daily intermittent fasted state, so it makes it easier for them to fast. And if people want to fast for a longer period of time and do something such as 1 meal a day, which I've talked about a lot on this channel, which gives you even greater weight loss benefits than eating around 2 meals a day and doing the 16-8 intermittent fasting method, where you normally fast around 8 hours a day and 16 hours, it's going to to make it easier to fast longer so you can actually do 1 meal a day due to the appetite suppressing benefits. And for anyone wondering how much is fine to consume, there's a lot of people that consume anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons once to twice a day. And if you're someone that wants to learn more about apple cider vinegar and using it alongside intermittent fasting, just go on my channel and type in intermittent fasting apple cider vinegar and you can find loads of videos that I've made on this subject. And number 11, which I'm going to put 2 drinks under this, pre-workout drinks / energy drinks. And if you do your research and look into the ingredients of most of these drinks, they contain certain amino acids and other various things that I know have been proven through scientific research to induce an insulin response within our body upon consuming them. So I personally would recommend avoiding them completely, or if you're someone that wants to take one, look at the ingredients, do your research up online into each ingredient in it, find out if there's scientific research to say whether it induces an insulin response within you, and if it does, then don't consume it whatsoever. And if you can't find any research on it to find out whether it does or not, then I would just recommend not consuming any of those pre-workouts or energy drinks that may have those substances in them that you cannot find research on. And number 12, 0 calorie drinks. A lot of 0 calorie drinks are absolutely fine to consume because they don't contain sugar and it's normally some form of sweetener. But if it contains aspartame or a sulfame K, I mentioned about these earlier on, I'd recommend not consuming them whatsoever because they do kill off neurons in your brain, which is not good, and give you a whole host of other negative effects, which you could do some research up online. But if you're getting a 0 calorie drink that just has stevia added to it and it has no form of amino acids or anything else that could induce an insulin response within the body, then it is absolutely fine to consume. And number 13, which so many people have asked me about this one in the past, which doesn't make any sense to me, and that is juices, whether it's fruit juice or green juice. And for obvious reasons, this is a significant source of calories, so it is not a good idea to consume it whilst in the fasted state. And I am fully aware that a lot of people do extended juice fasts, which I have done many years ago myself, but instead it should be called a juice feast because it's not giving you the full benefits that has been proven through scientific research to be induced within you when doing a true fast. And number 14 is smoothies, and almost all smoothies that everyone makes, or pretty much all of them, contains a significant source of calories. Some of them may be some sort of ketogenic smoothie, which won't necessarily increase insulin within the body, but is still feeding your body a significant source of calories. 15, protein powder drinks, whether it's protein powder smoothies or some sort of other protein drink that has, whether it's whey protein in it or some plant-based protein or some other source of protein. And again, this is a significant source of calories, and it has certain amino acids that will induce an insulin response within you and make your brain say that it is in a fed state. So yeah, do not consume protein powder whatsoever. There's some people that have made videos on YouTube that say it's absolutely fine to do this, and it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. It is best to just consume them once you have broken your daily intermittent fast, and then you're not going to have any issues with it stopping you getting the full benefits from it, and you're still going to get the protein that you need. Now on to the last two. So the second to last one is BCAA powders added to some form of liquid and then consumed. And there has been scientific research to show that amino acid leucine puts your brain into a state where it thinks that it is fed, and it actually induces an insulin response for a short period of time within the body. So I do not recommend consuming anything with BCAAs at all whilst in the fasted state, to just be on the safe side to make sure that you are getting the full benefits of daily intermittent fasting. And last but not least, types of detoxification drinks, which some people mix activated charcoal with water or different types of clay such as bentonite clay or diatomaceous earth to actually cleanse the body and remove certain toxins. And what I'd say is you're not going to find any information out there telling you whether it breaks you out of the fasted state or not. It's not a significant source of calories, so it's not going to induce an insulin response within you, and there's not various things in it that shows me that you can necessarily be broken out of the fasted state. So what I say with this one is I'll let you decide whether you want to consume this whilst in the fasted state or not. If I felt that I really wanted to aid in my body detoxifying itself more effectively and removing certain toxic substances whilst in the fasted state, I would consume it. But if you're someone that wants to make sure you're getting the full benefits from daily intermittent fasting, I wouldn't recommend consuming it on a regular basis, just in case it may break you out of the fasted state, even though I don't believe that it will. There's no scientific research to show that it does. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll get back as soon as possible. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a thumbs down, and please share this video with anyone else that you think would like to learn about all the different liquids that they can drink or not, at least so they can get the full benefits from daily intermittent fasting. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below to receive a lot more videos from me on a regular basis. And type of videos you can expect to get from me are informational videos on intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, also me showing you what I eat and do in a day, calisthenics workout and progression videos, and all different types of videos to share with you the right information to go in the direction to achieve the body desire, the fitness levels and the energy levels as well. So if those videos sound good to you, make sure you click the subscribe button down below and you click the bell notification next to the subscribe button. Otherwise YouTube will not notify you of when new videos are uploaded, and I have new ones coming almost every single day. So as always, stay fit, stay energetic, and go get those gains. Peace.